such an exciting night. And this group, we can just thank each other again and again and again for making all this writing possible, because we had somebody to listen to it. So if you don't have somebody to listen to, it probably wouldn't get written. But my name is Sharon Stonekey, and I am dedicating this piece to Kathy Reynolds and Rita Ulrich. For several hours in a sleeping dream, I held Rita like one would hold a dear child, her head resting on my chest. I decided finally to find out if she were really there. I kept still as not to lose her form. When I awoke, she was gone. I was lying on my back, something I never do, and my arms were curved as if I were holding someone. I've thought for a long time that carnal experience and spirit experience are pretty much the same thing, except probably carnal experience is much more awkward to maneuver. I do believe that Rita was really there. She was a woman who had been a mother to me during high school and college and died of metastasized breast cancer in 1991. After 9 years of the best in medicine of its time. She was a when you're dead person. Secular, Jewish, communist, atheist, who helped more lonely and wounded people than anyone could name. When I spoke with her during her last hospital stay, she had scarce will, was fading out, eyes closed. But she told me she had decided that she just didn't know what might happen after death. For Rita, this was tremendous movement. I told her that's okay, she doesn't need to know. But I was sure there was something after. She darted me a quick and pointed eye opening. Do you get to see people you know? Yes, I nodded. At the moment of death, picture their faces and they'll be there for you. We didn't talk any further about her passage when I saw her at her home. At that point, she could have lucid conversation for about 10 minutes, but then she would get confused and not understand much. When I left, I felt that decided emotional pain and fumbling as everyone in the room, the two of us, her hospice nurse, her husband, knew it would be the last time we'd see each other. I'll call you, I said. Yeah, that's it, she replied. Call me. The room took a breath. She died as her daughter and husband held her. She had been trying to remember the ingredients for apple crisp, and she died. Her daughter told me there was nothing ordinary about the moment of death, but the hospice nurse told them that as deaths go, this was a good one. When I was diagnosed with breast cancer, I knew I wasn't afraid to die. I wished it would be later rather than sooner, but I pretty much had done what I wanted to do with few regrets. I also thought that because I suffered for 43 years from chronic depression, now helped by medication, suicide was rarely far from my thoughts. I had been a person who coped better than many, grew and changed despite it all, had positive attitude and a comedic sense, but awoke many mornings wishing I were dead. I thought that I had looked death in the face so many times that I was well practiced at this one inevitability. Now I'm thinking otherwise. Because I was so abused as a child, like many others, I learned to leave my body, which opened me to other skills. Now and then, premonitions, hearing, seeing, feeling spirits, being easily hypnotized. Now I'm thinking of death as an ordinary experience, like one might see a rainbow, or a harvest moon, or a souffle that didn't fall. I feel in the last year I've gone to a new level. It's not just that I'll accept my death when it happens. It's that it doesn't matter to me when it happens, because life and death are mostly the same experience. One is over there, the other is over there. Are you on Broadway or 7th Avenue, or where they meet at Times Square? I used to warn my hunting dog, Coco, when she would go AWOL, that spirit dogs don't get to eat wet dog food, or fetch sticks, or sniff others' droppings, or crack a thin layer of ice in the pond and then spend the day on my toasty waterbed. I think I understand now why this reasoning always fell on deaf ears. After she died, I swear she sat in her usual spot in the back seat of my car for months. Hedonistic pleasures meant nothing to her, but I am complimented that being with me did. When a dear partner of the past and I experienced a family suicide, we needed to talk to her sister Kathy, who had died a few years before of lung and brain cancer. We hired a rather incredible, neatly wrapped, feet-on-the-ground psychic. I could actually feel Kathy's essence in the room, a sensation I had forgotten. The psychic told us that because Kathy had spent a life helping others, now she was doing everything she had always wanted to do: ballet, archery, hiking. I wonder what I'll be doing. But like many things about death, I don't need to know right now. We'll all find out soon enough.
Today is April 3rd. Obviously, I wrote this 7 months ago, and I'm glad to be here now. I dreamt I owned a house